This is probably the only school whose name I'm ready to wear on my chest. Hi! I bet you back to school and reading upcoming seminars. You want to be a confident public speaker but don't know what to do? Let's face it, only practice can make you speak confidently in public. And as Hogwarts alumna, I'll tell you there is no magical solution to gain that confidence in 5 minutes. But what we can do, we can fake that confidence. This video is about the great conspiracy theory, you versus public. The first step in our conspiration will be as simple as possible. You should speak and not to read your text from a paper. There are tons of benefits of speaking over reading. First, people will see that you talk freely. This means that you know your material well. Second, you instantly stand out. If you know, around 99% of people in humanities read their presentations from paper. So, if you speak, you will be noticed and remembered as something unusual, positively remembered. Third, you receive much more feedback than those who read their presentations from paper. Why, you may ask me? But that's clear. The spoken word is something that people can understand easier than the written text when they hear it. Academic writings have their own complex syntax, which is not normal for everyday speech. This is why they are more difficult to comprehend than someone reads them. By contrast, then you tell your piece in your own words. It appears clearer for many people. This means that they will understand you better and they will listen to you more attentively. After your presentation, the discussion will be more vivid and you'll receive the better feedback. And yes, then you speak and not to read. You actually can look at your audience and keep a good eye contact. I will tell you about that a little later in this video. And you may ask me now, how on earth I'm gonna speak and not to read if I'm not confident in public speaking? For this you need some good rehearsals. And to make life really hard, I suggest to start with 10. If even after these 10 rehearsals you feel you're not ready to speak to people and to tell them what you're going to present, then do some more. This always was in my case. Once I did 15 rehearsals just because I knew that the environment where I was going to present would be so hectic and stressful. Bear in mind, I'm not saying that you should read your text 10 or 15 times from your paper, but really speak it aloud. Stop reading and finally start talking! You can find my super tips on rehearsals and how to reduce the fear of public speaking over here. Here we come to body language, and the body language can do a lot in faking confidence. There are simple rules. First, don't hunch, because then your hunch, it shows that you are not comfortable in where you are and you want to hide yourself. Second, don't have any paper in your hand. Ever! Never do it! Because if you're nervous, the paper will shake and will betray you. Don't use those close gestures, because in this way you create a certain barrier out of your hands between yourself and your audience, as if you don't really trust these people. Use this basic hand position. This position shows that you're not afraid to speak to people and you're calm and confident. So do look at people. When you look at the ceiling, which comes naturally when we think, people would assume that you are not sure of the things you are talking about. Then you keep an eye contact with the people you are talking to. You govern their attention. You are the boss. But don't get distracted by the stony faces of some. My rhetoric coach once told us a story. He had to present in front of the group of students, and a girl who was sitting just in front of him had that strange facial expression, as if she hated him. He asked her after the presentation what was the matter, and she just replied, it's her normal way of looking at people. So just ignore those faces. People may look as if they don't appreciate your talk, but in fact they attentively listen to you. If this bothers you, find 2 or 3 friendly faces in the audience and speak as if you speak only to them. So, you got it. There are 3 steps how to fake the confidence while speaking in public. First, actually speaking, then simple and confident body language, and good eye contact. But these tips work not only for public but also for you. Then you practice them. You yourself will feel tiny bit more confident than before. Believe me. I felt that way so many times. Tell me in the comments how these tips work for you and how you gain confidence in public presentation. This is all for today. Hope this video was helpful. See you in the next one. And as Hogwarts alumna, only practice can make you speak public. What is that? Who is that? Strange to speak about the body language from this kind of strange angle. And you, Gryffindor.